Yeah, boss, we got big problems. You better call that robot, that spot show. It's Spot Bot. Anybody got a 20 on that Spot Bot? ETA ASAP. Over.
How about that? It's Wednesday morning. Most of you are busy slowly filtering through my shitty channel, watching. What did I post today? I already posted it a week ago because I scheduled them, right? So I scheduled that video about that bed truck, which was, depends on your age. You might like it, you might not. So my mom and my dad listen to lots of that old 50s classic rock and whatever, you know what I'm talking about when you see the video. So it's kind of instilled in me because my parents listen to that stuff, so I like that stuff too. Unfortunately, can't use it. It's copyright, so there'll probably be lots of ads. Maybe not so many ads because it's only like a 6-minute video. But in Smithers right now. Just rolled in here last night. Bunk. Took me a long time to get to sleep too. It's a long drive. That was 1,200 kilometers in one shot, which on the prairies yet again, not that much of a problem, but to get 1,200 kilometers down in your 13-hour drive, you have to drive kind of fast. I was only doing like 5 over, honest. So we're gonna go down to New Hazelton. We're gonna load. Hopefully everything starts. It's 0, so I would imagine everything should start. I don't need an 8-hour day like I did in Lake Louise or like I did in Bruderheim. Just want to go home. So that was about Dome Creek last night. Hopefully that 360 footage shows up. I didn't have it on 360, I had it on you. But anyways. One B train right in the middle of the hill, fully loaded with lumber, spun out. Another guy behind him, I can't remember if it was a tank truck or another B train with lumber, spun out. There was probably about 6 inches of snow right in the center laying there. So they were blocking the upcoming, and then just around 100 meters behind them, a tank truck spun out, and then he was like across all 3 lanes. And then we had to go around behind him. The grader came by and did a little swoop. We went by him. And then there was one more guy that must have been following him too closely, and he spun out and he was like, I guess I'll just sit here and put on a set of chains too. Or it looked like the tank truck guy tried to maybe back up and just, once you get that reverse momentum when it's slippery like that and you try to stop, you just, you're gone. And you're lucky to stay on the road. That's where one time I stuffed a P-tank. I had a skidded P-tank, stuffed it in the ditch. I was up by Grand Prairie. It was the Bald Mountain? Whatever. I'd never been up there before. And I was like, oh, it's pretty flat and gradual all here. And then I came around one corner and all of a sudden there was this swooping hill around a corner. And it was that time of winter when it was just straight glare ice. And yeah, just coming over the crust, spun, radio controlled. I also had another problem. My alternator was crapping out, and every time my alternator would quit charging, my two-way radio didn't work, so I spun out at the crest of the hill at the same time that the alternator crapped out, and then yeah, a steam truck was coming over the top, just a body job, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get off this hill before someone runs into me. Like, this guy's gonna run right into this. Well, he's got a bumper. Dude, how can you not? That's horrible. Oh well, whatever. People gotta learn sometime. Yeah, I started backing down that hill and I put it in reverse, had it fully locked up, and I just had the jakes on, no chains, and it was just like a sheet of ice, two tire tracks sheet of ice, and yeah, as soon as I tried to slow down, no, it just locked. I locked it all up and I just slowly migrated over to the ditch, and I stuffed pretty much my whole trailer over, not a huge embankment, but a little one. And it was down and it was all cockeyed and twisted. They were cutting out, must have been running a pipeline, or they were gonna be widening the road. And there was a skidder fully chained up with a clam on it. Or a pinch crab. I don't even know what you call it, but John Deere one. So I'm like, dude, I ran over there, almost broke my ankle running over there. I was like, you gotta help me get off this hill. Can you help me, please, please? I was probably only like 28, 29 at the time. So I was frantic. And yeah, he actually managed to pull me up the hill. So that was good. Then we went back to Grand Prairie after we unloaded to stall Peterbuilt, which they've always been really good at getting a guy in at a moment's notice in a time of need. And my cousin lives in Grand Prairie, so I just dropped the truck off. Peterbuilt, they had it fixed like that night, so they must work 24 hours a day. So, but anyways, enough of the horror stories for today. Let's go for a drive, and then we'll be going hopefully all the way back to Sherwood Park today. We'll see. There's no real big rush to get right to Sherwood Park because we can't unload tonight anyways. We gotta wait until tomorrow morning, so we'll see what we see for carnage. weight, no biggie. Got her on, got her loaded. We could have been loaded and out of there, but when you got trains coming, there's no skipping safety on that stuff, so can't load when trains are going to be coming by. But anyway, okay, well, let's get going and see what kind of snowstorms we can find on the way home. Try to get to like Hinton or somewhere, Edson, today, as long as the roads let us.
Simple fucking thing.
Someone slid their wheel and caught their wire.
Hey, zip it.
We've all done it once or twice.
Why were you driving my truck, Gerald?
Yeah, just blames it on me. Yeah, I don't ask for permission, just... Luckily, he's got these little hand wipes, so I can clean my hands. He was like, we're gonna go to a store and buy a plug. I'm like, we can fix it faster than you can get to a store. And then, who knows, New Hazelton probably doesn't even have a place to get these kind of parts. We carry extra plugs. There was a long enough wire, so we just cut her off, put her back together, like Humpty Dumpty. Do a little bit of night testing here. See how well this shows up. So we're almost back to where the trucks were cross-threaded on the road last night. It's called Dome Creek. And yeah, so we're catching up some traffic here. It's icy. It's pretty icy, not the greatest at all. But hopefully they got sand on the hill and we're good to go. Oh, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Just climbing through some of those hills now. So far, so good.
Coming at you there, bud.
Coming out. Definitely got a lot
Not that
of...
it matters, but just in case you're cutting a corner or something.
Walking her up. Hoping for the best. Fingers crossed. Legs crossed. Looks like somebody hit the K-rail there. Snowing a little bit now, nothing too great. Definitely see a lot of guys were chaining up for this through the day or last night. Only got about 20, I got 22 on the drives, 26.5 on the trailer, and 9,800 on the booster. 6,700 on the steers if that really matters, but I usually don't pay attention to that too much. Well, we made that one. I think we got 2 or 3 more to go. It's 0.5 degrees above. Definitely looks slick down there. Not seeing a whole lot of brown, you know what I mean? Not like Highway 1. Which is surprising because the maintenance count for the snowplows is right back there. It should look just nothing but dirt. But no, it's not. Passed the guy bobtailing back there. He was driving with his hazards on, doing like 40. Must be a first timer. Not a good road to learn on. Hell, I'm kind of seasoned. I don't like it.
Somebody's coming at you on a regulator or a snow fighter or something, I don't know. Who's hauling it, but
Copy that. Gregory's out front. Uh-oh. The wife just texted me and said we got no hot water. That's great. Alright, we're coming up on an accident scene. Last night, I said, just as I shut off the camera last time, I seen like a tractor trailer van body was down in the ditch. Like he went off a pretty good embankment. Not crazy, but it would have been a ride for sure. So it looks like they're probably fishing them out maybe tonight, which is kind of weird they do it in the middle of the night. I guess this highway's pretty quiet day and night. Usually, you know, it's not too busy.
now they're pulling the out.
Ole. Well, I guess they're pulling them out now.
I think that's it. Yeah, that looks like it.
Jamie Davis is on site. Just kidding. There's other tow truck operators in the world that do the same thing. Fucking sheet of ice.
This is a shock, buddy. Oh, maybe not.
No, they just got straps over the back. There's no way there's a shack behind a truck that looks like that.
That's what I was actually just thinking. I'm like, ah, no, maybe not.
Would have been a ride. Look at all these sweet trucks. Oh yeah, it's got the blue lights.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah, the guy went straight off this curve. Right about here, it's got to be at least 20 feet. We're just making our way down the next hill here. We're seeing a lot more brownage, which is good. Except for now, I'm so chicken. I creep down so slow, and then I'm like, oh, there's a hill on the other side. Good indication, passing lane coming. Except for I still don't know the road worth. I don't know where I am. Well, I kind of know where I am, but all this kind of looks the same at night, which has been kind of the case. It's always I'm coming through here at night. What is it now? It's 9 o'clock BC time.
Nobody coming.
Can't remember what's at the bottom. One at the bottom has like a curved bridge. And there's the other side. Oh yeah, should be no problems here. We got lots of dirt. And we're past the worst part. I can see why those guys were all spun out last night. Oh no, the trailer ABS is on. Oh, here comes a plow truck. Must be a different county or region or whatever, because from Prince George to Dome Creek was kind of disastrous. And then after we got past Dome Creek, it started to look way better. The big 6% with the sharp bend. BC is pretty popular for these. It's not that much of a grade, really, but we'll just take our time. Arrive alive. Oh no, the drive shaft broke. The Nitro Express. This is the one that's got the bridge that curves at the bottom. Can't really run this one. Bumps. Shit. Sorry, boss.